Hi and welcome to another vlog. Well, it's been a while, hasn't it? So, what should we talk about? I don't know. Roll the titles. Hey guys, so yeah, we're back into doing a few more vlogs and finally getting some videos out on the channel. So it's been quite a while since I've done that, so apologies for that. It's been probably a couple of weeks since I've done a proper video. I did put up a Pokemon Go video about the Squirtle glitch which I had, but apparently it's been happening with all the new research tasks in Pokemon Go, which is a nice, really nice feature actually they've added. It's great for like players who can't quite get to like raids and things, and you get to do, maybe you're in like a rural area with only like a few Pokestops here and there. Basically you can do certain tasks or certain things during the day to unlock certain Pokemon. So for instance, at the moment if you do a 7-day streak of research tasks such as capture a certain Pokemon or a certain type of Pokemon, you unlock a stamp, and you get 7 stamps in a row. You get a chance to catch one of the legendary Pokemons. At the moment it's Moltres, which is very good. I'm quite happy with that because I missed Moltres the first time I played, first time they had them in raids and things. So it's quite nice to pick that one up. Same time, I hope they mix that up a little bit so they get loads of different Pokemon coming in the future. We have to see how that goes really, won't we? But yeah, good so far. There's now a chance of getting Mew in the game, which is I've seen a few people unlocked already, which is very nice. Community days for Pokemon Go have been excellent. I did a long old session down in Portsmouth for the Mareep one, which was great. The first Mareep I saw was a shiny, which is amazing. I caught 11 shinies on the day, and there's loads more Mareeps altogether. I think I had something like 666 candy altogether, which was nice to evolve a few of those shiny Pokemon. Unfortunately, only one was a good one, so crap. But yeah, it's been quite positive so far from what I've seen about the community days. There's been lots of things going on in terms of people doing like charity events and meeting people and getting together, which is really good. It's what it should be for. I didn't necessarily do that. I sort of went off on my own around Gunwharf and around that area, but it was nice to see so many players still playing the game, which was pretty cool. Cool. What have I been playing this week? Bit of a mixture of weird things actually. I picked up a couple of games. I picked up for the Switch. I picked up Steamworld Dig and Steamworld Heist, which I've been playing quite a bit of the last couple of weeks. Steamworld Dig 2, sorry, because Steamworld Dig 1 I previously had on the 3DS and completed that all the way through. Steamworld Dig 2, the sequel, is a lot more beautiful in the way it's displayed, I believe, is the best way I can describe it. It's pretty much the same game, but I got it pretty cheap because it was like the spring sale that was on recently, and it was pretty fun to pick that up, play that for a while, because I've never played it before. I think I paid like 15 quid for it, something around there, so yeah, nice bargain. Steamworld Heist was also the one that was on the 3DS, it's now on the Switch. Very good game, highly recommend if you're into your sort of tactical shooters. There's lots of like pre-planning tactics and turn-based combat sort of thing in that game. All around the sort of Steamworld universe again though, so like our robots are all in space and attacking things, which is different to say the least. Yeah, but I do recommend both those purchases if you haven't done that yet. That's good. In terms of everything else, I've bought on Xbox I bought a new game. I bought Kerbal Space Program. It's only been out for a couple of months I believe on Xbox, so I thought I'd give it a go and try it out, because I've had it on PC but never really sort of ran very well because it's quite a heavy game in terms of how much is going on in like space and things. So I thought if I get it on Xbox, at least I'd be able to do some recordings and things on there, and maybe some actual live streams as well. So I've started doing a couple of live streams through the Xbox, so it's not amazing, you know, it's not ever going to be amazing. But it's been quite fun. I had quite a few people come and chat to me about a few things. I did play Sea of Thieves for a bit on one stream, and we went on a chicken rush to go and find this random chicken. I just really lost all interest in Sea of Thieves completely, if I'm honest, after the first week, which is kind of disappointing, if I'm honest. It was always hyped for it, and it just never really seemed to be what it was supposed to be. But it's just not that it's not fun, it's just frustrating, is the best way I can sort of describe it. Anyway, yeah, so Kerbal Space Program, I've been live streaming a few of those, things of those. I'm on mixer.com / whatever it is, Gawny 7789. I'm not sure there's a space in between Gawny 7789. I think it's good, automatically does you a dash rather than a space. But if you like Google it, it should come up and you should be able to find it. If not, I'll leave it in the description below, and it's also on my Twitter profile, so you can always just go on Gawny7789 on Twitter and it'll be in the top bio in there. I've got the links to YouTube and Facebook and all those other things in there as well, so if you're so interested. Kerbal's Space Program is basically a game where you build rockets and spaceships, and you send little green men up into the moon and planets and weird other things, and it's really fun actually. It's quite difficult. It's quite a lot in depth in terms of physics and advanced rocket building and construction and things like that. So you got to give a bit of time and build your way through slowly, and you can't just go. You can go straight to space if you wish, but I think it's best to start off slow. Go to certain places on the planet, do some research tasks, gain some science in the game. So once you unlock more science, you can purchase more research places or research designs, and from bigger rockets and larger rockets and so on and so forth, and do more research tasks and collect different things. But the first sort of couple of launches, I had a couple of people watching the stream, and it was just so hilarious to sort of interact with people and say, let's go shoot up to space and see what happens, and then just immediately fail and crash into 4 or 5 different rocket places all over the place. So yeah, it was good fun. I think the only problem was about £30. It was a little bit expensive, I think, for what it is, but it's very good that they put the whole game onto Xbox, and it's a definitive edition, which I believe is the DLC all included as well. So that's a nice sort of bundle, and it's for £30. I suppose it's not as bad as some of the other games you get for 40, 50 quid on there. So pretty cool. Go have a look. Okay, so other games. What have I been playing this week? Oh, I didn't want to. So there's a weird app I've been playing the last couple of days called HQ, which is a quiz trivia app, which I've been sort of playing. Well, I played the last couple today. It's basically a live stream quiz show, which is free to play. All you need is a mobile phone number to be able to connect to it. So the live streams start at normally 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and there's one at like 9 o'clock in the evening, so around that sort of time. So you go in, you open the app, and when it's those times, you get a quiz show with hundreds of thousands of people playing, and it's all free entry. Answer 12 questions, and you basically get a chance to win some money for free. So if you like quizzes and things like that, it may be up your street. The first 2 I've seen on the 2 o'clock stream. 3 people won. The £550 gets split between the 3, so they won about £138, something stupid like that. And the other stream was about 12 people won about the same amount of money, so it splits down to about £40. So it's really sort of a crapshoot, if I can be honest, about whether you win money or not. But I just think that it's fun to have like a few quiz questions answered and stuff. So I highly recommend checking that app out. It's really interesting, and in fact there's 2 quiz shows every day. Bit of fun, get a few friends together, join, have a laugh, see what happens. Maybe you could win some money for free. So go download it, have fun. Okay, so apologies again for the lack of content on YouTube the last couple of weeks. I've been sort of struggling on and off with like illness, and sort of bunged up at the moment in terms of like ears, nose, throat. So I'm a little bit struggling all round, so maybe my voice is a little bit husky at the moment. I've tried everything to try and move it, and it's not really working at all at the moment, if I'm honest. So we'll keep that going and see what happens. Hopefully I can start recording some more in the future. I've tested recording, PC Builder, PC Simulator, Building Simulator, which is quite a fun game. I've never built a PC before, so I don't really know a lot about like PCs in general. If I'm honest, I think I've only built one PC, and that was when I was back in college about 10-12 years ago, however long it is now. So yeah, I thought I'll give it a go, see if I can understand the basics of it and look into it. And from what I've sort of gathered, it's not, they've got the full technique of how to build computers but there's lots of things you can play about with and sort of try and understand the very, very basics of PC building. And I'm sort of, from that, sort of kind of considering trying to build my own PC, because I've been sort of umming and ahhing the last couple of months whether to actually go out and buy a proper gaming PC, but I don't really have much knowledge in terms of what to go for, what to buy, what's good, what's bad. So I'm like, well, why don't I just start building one and then start putting bits in slowly, week by week or month by month or whatever, and then build up to what I actually want to build. And I'm looking mainly for just a computer just for playing the games on and recording videos like I'm doing now. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind eventually moving into live streams, but I don't think I'm really that massively focused on doing that straight away. I want to sort of focus on building YouTube up a bit more, hoping to get a few more subscribers on there and here if I'm on here. But I'm just trying to think of the best way to sort of make this computer idea come to fruition. It's very difficult sort of at the moment. Cost wise, I think I'm not too bad on. I've got a little bit of money behind me at the moment, which is nice, but I don't really want to be spending like a couple of thousand on a computer. I know there's other things I've got to pay for, unfortunately. So yeah, that's cool. I went for a few jobs this week actually. I'll just talk about it with a few of you guys. I won't disclose where it is or anything like that because that's not professional. Yeah, I've been going for different jobs and things, and I work in an admin in an office. I've gone for a senior admin role, and I'm still waiting to find out what happens with that. That might give me a bit of a push to be able to go into do things like building more computers and maybe recording more games and buying more games, maybe, I don't know. But I've got a few things I want to sort of look at. I'm still considering going to EGX this year because there's a lot of people I want to meet up with. It's going to cost a bit for me to get there, but I think it'd be worthwhile. It'd be fun. I know there's a lot of Nintendo groups and Nintendo podcasts and Nintendo YouTuber channels that will want to meet up there, so it'd be interesting to do. The podcast is still ongoing. We've had a good couple of episodes recently. We tried to fit in as many as we could. Well, I didn't even manage to do two yet, but we managed to do those two. But it's because Matthew was actually available for those two because he was off during the Easter holidays. So it was good to get a couple of episodes out of the way and done. Hoping that me and Sam can meet up again soonish, so we can record at least one more the next week or two. But also trying to sort of find anyone guests-wise who wants to come on the podcast. If anyone is interested, maybe we can try and find some time to sort of schedule it in. I did ask Barry from Nintendo Impact Gaming very briefly on Twitter if he was be interested. He seemed up for it. I know there's some sort of a little bit of time scheduling issues there because he's from Ireland, of course. So it's only like an hour out or 2 hours or whatever. But we can work it out from there. So other than that, there's a lot of things going on here, there, everywhere at the moment with me, and that's a little bit all over the place. So that's why there's not been so much videos wise on the channel. I do want to at least finish Sonic Mania by the time summer comes around. And Freedom Planet I sort of might leave till a little bit later, maybe like the end of summer, maybe, or middle end of summer. So at least I've got something still ongoing to be coming up on the channel. After that, I don't really know what to play. I don't know what to record. So I might do a first look video at with the PC Builder Simulator, which was good. Like I said, it was fun. It seemed to record quite well. So my laptop's not the fastest thing in the world. It's not potato, but it's not great, you know. But it's not the best quality, so this is the problem with when I'm recording games and things. That's why I always sort of left it with Sonic games, because it's just easy to record and doesn't really take a lot of power or memory, for instance. But, Sonic Mania was quite tough to get to record, but it did quite well, I think, from the videos I've produced. I've tried my best to edit in places to try and improve it, but it's just unfortunately one of those things that happens. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I could think of to talk about at the moment. I've not really picked up anything else like big purchase wise in the last couple of weeks. I know I normally talk about a few things that I've picked up. Not really anything there, if I'm honest. I think it's because of this whole job situation. I've gone to this new job and waiting to find out what's going on with that. It's been a bit of a pain, if I'm honest, because like the last couple of days I just don't know. We were supposed to be told about it on Friday, didn't get told Friday, so we were told today, which is Monday. Not been told today, so it's a little bit stressful, but a little bit annoying. But let's see what happens from there, and hopefully we'll find something to help us improve in the future. So it'll be cool. But a bit more money behind myself. I might be able to focus on driving lessons and be able to go to events a bit more, and I'd like to try and support other things. I did want to mention very, very briefly, because it's still very early days, I will be part of the Hampshire Gaming Hub this year. Yes, so sort of mini announcement there. Woo. There's lots of planning sort of ongoing, very early days, which I think we've had like one meeting about it basically. I know Patrick's doing a lot of work and behind the scenes. If you want to try and find out any more information about that, check out the Hampshire Gaming Hub on Facebook. Well, actually, just on Facebook at the moment. Facebook, there's a page and there's a group. If you look at the group, there's all sorts of weird things going on there every now and then. But we also sort of try and plan a few things in the background. We're trying to keep quiet for now until we've got a bit more information and know what we're doing. So there's always been a bit of a stressful thing with these things. So I've done two of them. I was part of the first one when it first started. With a small team, but a great team. Unfortunately, disbanded basically, and people went their own ways. And but I think a lot of us done well out of it. The experience and things from it, and I know in terms of events, I haven't done so many recently. And Southampton Street Pass earning to players, Southampton, whatever you want to call it. It just seems to have died a bit of a death, and I'm trying my best to find some time to revive that, but it's also very stressful. Trying to sort of find the time is my problem at the moment, and because I'm spending a lot of time going to Portsmouth, North Portsmouth, because it's where Kat lives, my girlfriend, so trying to keep the balance of life and fun and everything as well as work, and it's just so much going on. But hopefully the next time I do a vlog, we'll be able to tell you what's going on the next couple of weeks, and hopefully then I'll be a bit more stable where I am, and a lot more things going on, I hope. So cool. Hope that was interesting for you. If you enjoyed, leave a like down the bottom. If you are interested in some more videos in the future, please subscribe, check the bell if you want to be notified when there's a new video on there. Other than that, I would suggest check out some of my other friends. I've got loads of other people on my lists on my actual main YouTube page. If you go onto the home page or video page, it should give you a list on the right hand side of other people that I follow. I particularly want to recommend a few on there this week. If you check out some of the podcasts, like Nintendo Podcast System is our own podcast, for example, go check that one out. Nintendo Voice, excellent Nintendo podcast, always recommend them, always done a real good job. Particularly want to mention Colin. Colin has the Hylian Bard. He doesn't have a YouTube channel anymore, because unfortunately they decided to close his YouTube channel for no reason whatsoever. YouTube, what are you doing? So he's now moved to Mixer.com, and Mixer.com/Hylian Bard. He does a selection of different games. I think he's done like a Pokemon randomizer series. He's played some Monster Hunter. We've recently just started playing Mario Kart 8, and I joined a couple of his streams and things to join in. Always happy to have people on the stream and sort of play with him, and hopefully there'll be a few more fun things like that in the future with him. That would be pretty cool. Back to YouTube stuff though, if you check out Paul Lloyd, who's a massive Mario Maker player, he's done some fantastic videos in the last couple of weeks. I've really enjoyed watching his stuff. I'm subscribed and I've hit the bell on his channel. I highly recommend you do the same, because his channel is really, really good in terms of quality. He's got lots of other games he's trying recently as well, because he's trying a bomb diffuser game. I don't know if somebody tells to explode or talk to explode. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, but yeah, check Paul Lloyd out on there. I think he's on my list. And also check out the Nintendo Village, which is a Nintendo group that I've just started recently. That was my Jedi mind trick to try and make you go there, obviously. Nintendo Voice, I already mentioned Nintendo Village, sorry, is another group that they've started. There's podcasts, there's videos and reviews, there's gameplay, there's streams, there's all sorts going on that channel. Highly recommend you check that one out, subscribe to them. Other ones to think about, there's so many people I could suggest right now. I know Game Grumps started playing Mario Maker as well recently, which is really fun to watch. Some of the 10-minute power hour stuff's really strange as well, but really fun. I do recommend that. And who else to suggest? I don't know. I'm going to leave it there because I just can't think of anyone at the moment. So sorry guys. If you do have any suggestions, put them in the comments below, and I always normally try and join in and go and check people out. And if you put a comment on, maybe I'll come check the channel out. I'm always like willing to interact with people if people are willing to interact with me. You know, it's a difficult world to try and get into people, trying to interact with people on YouTube. Definitely, I do really enjoy doing it and really enjoy making these videos, but it can be quite stressful. Like, you don't know how many people will view them, whether it's worth your time, things like that. But just go in and keep enjoying what you're doing if you're doing your own recordings, and hopefully it will sort of pay off soon for all of you. So I know a lot of my friends have recently hit that like 1,000 subscriber target. I'm like, yes, well done. But YouTube still hasn't really given us any information whether they've actually been allowed through, because I know at the end of April they're going to give to monetize people again. They've made so much money the last couple of weeks from not doing that. It's just ridiculous. But hey, c'est la vie. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry this has been a bit of a rambly, random, vloggy video about nothing really, but I just wanted to put some sort of content on the channel just so there's something for you to watch. And if there is anything else you want me to watch myself, link in below. I will check them out through. Check out the links, check out everything else, and I'm going to go because I've been talking too much as it is, and I'm feeling really tired now. See? Bags under the eyes. Okay, bye. Cheers, guys.